Welcome back to another episode of Sound Pals Go to the Movies. This is another Throwback Thursday review, and today I'll be reviewing Patch Adams. And just a fair warning, there's going to be spoilers up ahead, so you've been warned. The true story of a heroic man, Hunter Patch Adams, determined to become a medical doctor because he enjoys helping people. He ventured where no doctor had ventured before, using humor and pathos. So let's begin with my first pro, the cast. We have Robin Williams as Patch Adams, Philip Seymour Hoffman as Mitch, or Patch Adams' roommate. I named these two because the movie, I feel, would have not been as strong as it was without these two actors and their chemistry. One showing humor while the other just being stuck up but slowly coming around. But the movie doesn't focus on that transition, but it still shows it, so we see these people changing their ways. Yes, the movie focuses on other relationships or people around Patch Adams, and that is great, but I felt that just having this in the background still feels like there was some light being shined and focused on them. And if it wasn't for the actors, then that would be left in the dark in the background. Next pro, the fact that this movie is based on a real person that is still around. The real Patch Adams did try to take his own life and was self-admitted into a mental hospital, and that's where he found his true calling. It just feels like Robin Williams. He shared more similarities with Patch Adams besides just the humor. Feels like how the patient Larry took his life because he was mentally ill and felt there was no other answer. I can't help but wonder if Robin felt the same way, and if there was somebody there, maybe he would have changed his mind. So just having played the role of a doctor who saves people in the same situation, but later not having someone to resort to for help, just makes me feel like we let Robin Williams down. But again, there is a saying that comedians are the ones that make people laugh, but deep down they are the ones that hurt the most. Next pro, just the overall message that the medical profession and also medical insurance seems to have lost their way. They started with a goal to help people, but now it's about making money and just getting through as many people by patching them up, but not really helping them more. This point still seems to be around, with lots of stories about people who can't find healthcare because it's out of their reach, or medicine that can help them but it being too expensive and out of reach for those who really need it the most. And now onto my cons. One big con was that the real Patch Adams said that the studio promised to fund the building of his hospital in exchange for the rights to make the movie, but they never kept their promise. Maybe they gave the initial down payment, but nothing after that happened. This has been said by Patch Adams since the movie came out, but we never have heard a statement from the studio saying otherwise. Even at first, he talked about Robin Williams and his role and how he got paid $21 million, but didn't even give $10 to the Patch Adams Free Hospital Foundation. Later, he would turn around, and I would think he reflected that Robin Williams wasn't the one to blame, but the studio. And then after that, he said Robin Williams was a genuine and caring person, and they were still friends afterwards. Next con, the script omitted a few things. One that was a major issue for me was who the patient Larry killed before taking his own life. In real life, it was Patch Adams' best friend, but in the film, it was his girlfriend. But in real life, his wife is still alive and they even have kids. It just feels bad that even when the real person is alive and they are making a film about his life, they can still go around and switch some things about his real life just to make people be more emotionally invested in the film. And I don't think that's right. Next con, the idea that they tipped around Patch Adams' view on mental illness. It seems that he believes that mental illness does not need medication, but rather can be controlled with humor and love and caring, when medication might actually help. There is scientific evidence that some illnesses are caused by many things, and one can be unbalanced brain activity, and that it can be controlled through medication. While compassion and humor can actually aid somewhat, it works best if it's combined with medication. Patch believes in a holistic approach with medicine, where it focuses on bringing joy and compassion to the patients as other methods to modern medicine. So I think he mixes both in his hospital, but from what I've read, he doesn't like the current practice of modern medicine. But I couldn't find anything to confirm or deny it that he doesn't prescribe modern medicine to his patients, over using just the holistic approach. I would have liked it if the movie cleared this up a bit, but I can see how that would take away from what the film was trying to sell the audience. So my grade for this movie is going to be a 6.5 out of 10. The overall message that modern medicine practice is just to give patients pills and get them out the door is a bad method. And this message actually comes through. But making it seem that by making them laugh, it will cure the illness, that is a bit far. It will help them in recovering along with the right medication if combined together properly. I do believe that. Also, I feel that finding out how the studio didn't keep the deal about funding the free clinic after the film was released, it's a real dick move by the studio. Same for it changing who got killed by the patient Larry. That was just a slap in the face to the real victim's family. Robin Williams and Philip Seymour Hoffman were great in the film. Oh, and also the real Patch Adams does appear in the film as a cameo. In the film, right at the ending when the verdict is read, he is sitting right behind Robin Williams. So that does it for this review of Patch Adams. Please join us next time where we're going to review The Out of Towners from 1970.
Just have a Coke or a glass of milk.
I'm awfully sorry, sir. It's a federal regulation. We are not permitted to serve beverages during takeoff or landing. Would you like a glass of water?
Isn't water a beverage?
Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find our social media links below. And like always, keep watching movies.